Good morning. Ditto. Everything Mr. Ashley said. It's been an awesome year, and we owe that especially to you. So thank you for that. So the rest of our time this morning is going to be a special celebration of a very important person in our school who has decided to retire this year. Miss Toebbe, who is sitting So today you're going to get the opportunity to learn a lot about her. You're going to listen to a few people speak about their experiences with Miss Toebbe and what a difference that she's made in their lives. We have some special guests today. We're joined by some of Miss Toebbe's family, so we're very excited that you're here. Welcome, and thank you very much for taking time out of your day for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you. We also have a couple of teachers who have taught with Miss Toebbe for a long time here joining us today. Miss Lorenz and Miss Taylor is over there. We're very happy that they could be here today and join in this celebration. And thanks to our 3 board members who made it today. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you. Okay, so you're going to hear from a lot of people talk, but I do want to remind you to be a respectful listener. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of stories. You're going to learn, and you love stories, right? We listen to stories every day, so you're going to hear a lot of stories. I want you to be good listeners and be respectful because this is a really special day. I also want to say you might see some of the adults in the room cry a little bit. And that could happen. Miss Toebbe, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to use a quote from Jasper Bunty, one of our kindergarten students. He said to me yesterday, he said, I'm feeling a little sappy. I'm a little sad and a little happy. And so I'm feeling a little sappy. So you might see some adults shed some sappy tears. So don't worry. We're just really happy for Miss Toebbe and a little sad that we won't get to see her every single day. Okay. So I'm going to start off by saying just a few words about Miss Toebbe. I'm going to see if I get some of this right. You might have to correct me, Miss Toebbe, if I get it wrong. But I think it was fall of 1969, the first time you walked through Beechwood doors as a first grader, maybe. It's almost 50 years ago, I know that. So that was the day that started Miss Toebbe's journey in Beechwood. She walked through the doors of the elementary for the very first time, and she was officially a Beechwood Tiger. I don't know if any of you all remember feeling that way. It's a pretty special feeling. So that was the beginning of a very long and successful journey through the halls that you walk in every single day. 12 years later, Miss Toebbe would graduate from Beechwood and then go away for a few years to earn her bachelor's degree at NKU and then come back to her very own 3rd grade classroom. So she was only gone for a short amount of time before she got to come back home to Beechwood. And now it's 2019, and Miss Toebbe is still with us as a 3rd grade teacher. So a lot's happened in that time. 44 years of Miss Toebbe's life have been spent here at Beechwood. That is a very long time. 32 of those years being a teacher for boys and girls like you. I think that deserves a really big round of applause. We are very, very grateful for a little time this morning to be able to share a glimpse of the impact that Miss Toebbe's made on so many lives. So I first met Miss Toebbe about 4 years ago when I joined the Beechwood team as a teacher on her 3rd grade team. And immediately she made me feel right at home. It's kind of a nervous feeling when you come to a new school, right? Some of you know that feeling. And immediately she was taking care of me. Her room was below mine, so she had to climb stairs to get up to my room. And people on my team know this. She climbed those stairs multiple times a day, got lots of steps in, making sure I was okay, and I will never forget that. It just shows what a caring person she is, and she really thinks about others all the time. So we were a team right from the start. And within just a very short time of knowing Miss Toebbe, I could tell a few things. That she loves her kids so much. And that she is super passionate and dedicated to teaching. And that she's probably going to end up being one of the most kind and caring individuals that I would ever meet. And Miss Toebbe's continued to live up to that first impression. Now being the assistant principal, I get to see her in a different light, in and out many times a day, and getting to see her in a different way. And I will say that she is most definitely one of the most professional teachers I have ever met in my entire career. She walks the walk every single day. She's usually the first car in the parking lot, the last to leave. She does that because she cares about you and Beechwood. And that has never been taken lightly. We really appreciate that. So, 32 years in a career, you think after a while, she would be like, okay, I've got this. I don't need to do anything else. I can just do this with my eyes closed. But she doesn't. She just keeps on working hard. She keeps growing. That growth mindset that your teachers talk about, she's kept this all through her own education and then through educating others. She definitely exemplifies excellence in education in everything she does. So there aren't really enough words to express the impact she's had on almost 1,000 students and families in her career. She not only has dedicated her life to teaching, but specifically the kids at Beechwood and the families in our community. And we are so, so very grateful for that. We love you, Miss Toebbe. I'd like to introduce one of Miss Toebbe's colleagues, Miss Lorenz, to come up and take over the mic, and she'd like to say a few words about Miss Toebbe. Let's welcome Miss Lorenz.
Hey, I didn't write anything down, so I'm going to wing it, so bear with me. Mrs. Toebbe and I taught together for 28 years. That's a really long time. It's older than some of your parents, I know. And through that time, we went through a lot together. It was almost like being married. You know, we had our good times and bad. Sickness and health, better and worse. I would say richer and poorer, but we're teachers, so richer's not an option. So, but we went through a lot together. She taught both my children, and we were always either next door or across the hall from each other for 28 years. Now, being in one grade level for that long is just amazing. To have two teachers teach together in that grade level is amazing. And even more amazing than that, 20 out of our 28 years, we had Nancy Taylor as our third member of our team. We called ourselves the Dream Team, and we lived up to that, I think. But Mrs. Toebbe, there are no words. You can't even describe her dedication, her love for Beechwood, for her students, for her friends, for her family. And I'm going to get emotional. But she is just amazing. There's not any other word to describe her but amazing. When I was here, she was my lifeline so many times. And those that taught with me, you know I needed lifelines quite often. But Mrs. Toebbe always had my back. She was always there for me, and I know I could count on her for anything I ever needed in this world. And not many people know this, but my sister-in-law and I actually introduced Mrs. Toebbe and her husband many, many years ago. I'm not sure how many now. But how many? 24, Donna. And, you know, I always told him if things worked out, I'll take the credit, but if they don't, I'm not taking the blame, that's for sure. So, but, you know, it's just been fun to watch them raise their boys, watch Carrie grow as a teacher, as a friend, as my sister, in so many ways. And I love you to death. And Retirement's pretty awesome, I do have to say. And I highly recommend full-time grandma. I know you're not there yet, but full-time grandma's a great job to have after retirement, so I recommend it to anybody that can do it. But Carrie, I'm so happy for you, I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to get together with you. Now we can do breakfasts and lunch, not just dinners, because we'll have lots of time to play together. And we'll just set up play dates and golf this weekend. I love you, dear.